Don't show up empty-handed to that family get-together or Thanksgiving party. Joining me now for this sponsored recipe in the kitchen is Jennifer Burns with the Utah Beef Council for beef bruschetta with a roasted garlic feta spread.
I mean, just the name.
No, my mouth watered, and it sounds so fancy.
It is, but it's easy, Nisha. It's so easy. And just like you said, you do not want to come to these upcoming holiday events, parties, and gatherings empty-handed, or you're having people over. They need something to munch on while you're kind of finishing up the last touches of what you're doing.
And if you are hosting everybody, you need a little something out for people to eat while you're making the rest of dinner.
Right. And beef bruschetta. That's how I say it. Beef bruschetta.
Well, that's probably the right way.
That's what they said when I was in Italy. So I'm going to go with that. And with a roasted garlic feta spread, like you said, the flavors in these come together so well. And steak on a bruschetta, that toasted baguette, and we're actually, you can do like a sourdough one. I'm using a ciabatta one, which I really like.
Okay, that's different.
And so we're going to kind of put some of the spread on. So I'll walk you through if you want to help me.
All right, I'm your sous chef in the kitchen today.
You are my sous chef, and she is a good one.
What's in here?
Okay,
what am I putting on?
Combination of vegetable oil, some olive oil in there. I first, with that oil, I put 6 cloves of garlic and let it just low and slow brown up. I took it back out, and that's kind of a form of roasting. You can also do it in the oven. Took it out, cut up that garlic, so it's just infused with such good flavor. And now I've added some feta cheese in there.
Okay, and should I just paint on?
Paint, yep, just paint the little baguette. I just got them cut into these little small.
And should I make sure I get some cheese on there and some garlic on each one?
Please do. You know we want to have all of those flavors in every bite. And so then those are going to go into the oven, Nisha, you know, just to where they brown up just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. That oil is going to help them get all golden brown.
It is, and crunchy. I like the crunchy ones.
I do too.
And so you'll cook those for maybe 5 minutes, 400 degrees. And that's why we put them on the baking sheet there. And then in the meantime, what you want to be doing is getting your steak. I am using one of my favorite cuts of steak. This is a flat iron steak.
That's what this one is over here?
Yeah. These are both flat iron steaks.
Why do you love the flat iron?
There's something about that cut. It's just so tender. I mean, you could do a sirloin, you can do a New York strip, you can do any kind of a boneless cut. But Nisha, I'm telling you, I love this cut.
See, and she knows how to do this because she started pan frying and then she finished it off in the oven to get that texture on top.
Yep. You could do this on the grill, however you want to cook your steak. Let it rest 5 minutes. Go ahead and cut into thin strips. And then right here, Nisha, this is now cooled down. Here's the ones we just pulled out of the oven. Look at that golden brown. Look at that.
What I love about this recipe is you don't typically have like the steak on the bruschetta.
Right.
This is new and different.
So you got the steak, you got the feta, you got that infused garlic oil in there. Just so good. Now we're going to finish them off and make them all pretty. We're not done. That's not it. Okay, right over here, got a combination, and I just used just some Roma tomatoes because they're less water content. So I took some Roma tomato, cut it up, got some Kalamata olives.
Which are my favorite olives of all.
Me too. I love them.
The flavor's amazing.
And we're just going to go on top, get a little bit of that fresh flavor, and finish it off with some basil.
So this recipe is so amazing because, I mean, you make your steak, you throw these in the oven, you look like you've spent all day.
You did.
At slaving, and you haven't.
And I have served these before when people have come over, and they go very quickly. Very quickly.
Oh, I bet.
I put a little bit of that olive oil, that infused garlic olive oil in with the Kalamata olives.
Good tip.
And the tomatoes, and make sure you season well on that. If you want to go crazy, go ahead and add additional
I'm a little
feta
crazy.
on there.
I think you should.
Go crazy.
I feel crazy.
Go crazy. Be crazy.
Because I like feta so much.
And then I'll just kind of be taking our basil and just tearing it because then it doesn't get brown as quickly.
Okay, flat iron steak, is that not as chewy? Is it going to melt in our mouth when we bite into the bruschetta?
Correct.
Oh, I'm so excited to try this.
Do you want to take a bite?
I will take a bite, but that means you have to do all the talking.
I'm going to do all the talking.
Okay, can you do that?
You know that I can.
All right, I do know this about you.
Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, and such a pretty presentation. Look, Nisha, also you've got your green.
Wow.
And your red. And the white for the holidays coming up.
That totally looks holiday. It could be Thanksgiving. It could be holiday party. It could be, I don't know, is that a main dish? I don't know if it's a side dish. It's so hearty and delicious.
It is hearty. I mean, it's a great appetizer, like we said. Serve it for people coming over. Take it, and you can heat them up in whoever's oven, you're going to just right before serving, and then just put the last minute on top with the olives and the
more
tomato.
recipe ideas from the Utah Beef Council?
This is
on their website, everybody.
Lots on their website.
Well, and thank you for sharing this one because we'll throw it on our website.
Yeah.
So everybody can make it, abc4.com/GTU. Yeah. And our thanks to the Utah Beef Council for that sponsored recipe. I did not take a TV bite. I took a huge bite. It's so good.